Hey, thank you for watching this video. It's part of a series where we look at the different tenses within the English language. English is split into three main tenses: the past, the present, and the future. Within each of those main tenses, there are subtenses. So you've got the simple, the progressive, the perfect, and the perfect progressive. And today we are going to be looking at the past perfect. To be able to form any of the perfect tenses, you need to be able to create what we call past participles. And past participles are the verb forms that we use when we make the perfect tenses. Now, because English can be a little bit tricky, the verbs are split into two groups. You have regular verbs that follow the rules, and the past participles for the regular verbs are exactly the same as the past tense verbs. They end in ed. So play is your base verb, played is both the past tense verb and the past participle. There are also that other group of verbs that are called irregular verbs, and they don't follow the rules. So you will need to learn how to turn base verb into past participles. And as an example, you would have eat, that is your base verb, ate is your past tense verb, and eaten, which is your past participle. You would have write, which is your base verb, wrote, which is the past tense verb, and written, which is your past participle. So you will hopefully be able to learn these verbs so that you can use them to create the perfect tenses. Now, this particular video, we are going to look at the past perfect, and we use past perfect to describe something that started in the past and it carried on up until a certain point in the past. And often we use this when we are sequencing events. So you might have a past simple mixed with the past perfect within the same sentence, and it's used to show that one event happened before another event. And like all of the British tenses, there are three different forms that we need to know. We need to know the positive, the negative, and the question form. And that's what we are going to focus on today. So let's look at the positive form first of all. And with this particular tense, the perfect tense, it is the auxiliary verb that is telling us that things are happening in the past. So had is our auxiliary verb, and to make the perfect tense, you would have had plus your past participle. Okay, and those two bits together, we would call those the verb chain. And in the first example here, she had left, and then the second action, by the time he arrived. So he arrived is written in the past simple, and she had left, it's already happened before he has arrived. And within our past perfect, you will often find words such as before and already to show which event is happening first. So we had baked a cake. So had baked is the past perfect bit of the sentence before the party. So the cake had been baked before the party happened. So it sequences the events. And then this one, it is round the other way. We've got by dinner time. So this is the time. She had already explored the museum. So she had already done it before it was dinner time. So again, it is sequencing the events within the sentence. Now, to form the negative version, we are adding an adverb to the sentence, okay? And what we are doing, we are saying had not. So the not part is what makes it the negative. And instead of saying had not, it's possible to use the contraction hadn't. And that would become our verb chain hadn't or had not and the past participle. So we had not left or hadn't left by the time he arrives. So again, it is sequencing things that have happened before the other event. We had not travelled to London before now, so they're obviously travelling there, but they haven't done before. And then the final sentence, Bob was tired. You've got your past simple there. And then because, so it's given a reason, he had not eaten. So he hadn't eaten is the reason why he was tired. And then the final bit that we are going to look at, the question form, how we structure that, we would switch things around. So you would have the had and then the subject and then the past participle. And sometimes you will have other question words before the bit that tells you the tense, okay? So where had they been before they met us? So again, it's sequencing the events, but it's asking the question, where had they been? And then, had you woken up before the alarm? So it is asking, has this been done before the alarm went off? And then, had we checked the weather before planning the trip? So possibly the weather is bad and they should have checked it before they planned the trip. So I hope that you have found that helpful. I hope that you're now able to use the past perfect within your writing. Thank you for watching and like and subscribe so that you'll see more of my videos. Thank you very much. See you soon. Bye.